This is how I print 100,000 a month using one AI software with Amazon. And you guys can copy this exact same business model, this exact same step by step. I'm gonna be showing you guys exactly how to use software to build you an Amazon business, okay? And this is if you have zero experience and you don't really know how to start a business, this video is for you. Now, I wanna first start off by saying this video is not for you if you cannot sit through this whole video and learn what I'm about to teach you, okay? This is not some get rich quick scheme. You will have to put some effort into this business model, but if you guys can just sit through the end of this video, I promise you're gonna have a so much better understanding of how you can use this software to find you products to resell onto Amazon's platform, okay? I'm first going to explain how this business model works so you know exactly how to get started, and then we'll be talking about how to find your first product to sell. So I'm first explaining what we are not doing, which is selling cheap products from China. Okay, a lot of people get this confused when they hear selling on Amazon. They think buying products from China, bringing it over to sell in, the Amazon marketplace. That is exactly not what we're going to be doing, okay? This may seem enticing, but this requires a lot of capital to get started, and it's very tough to launch your own brand into Amazon. It's not easy. I've done it. I've had a little bit of success with it as well, and I can tell you, for me, it just was not worth it. That's not to say that you can't be successful with it, but for most people, what I'm going to be showing you is a much easier way to start making an income on Amazon, okay? And that is partnering with these brands that are already established, okay? As you can see, these are just a couple brands that, you guys have probably seen before, like Dove, LG, Levi's. These brands we've seen before, okay? So instead of buying products and trying to make our own brand, we can just sell brands that are already established, that are already selling thousands every single month. They're already investing millions of dollars in advertising. And all we need to do is just sell them on Amazon's platform. And as you guys know, Amazon is becoming the fastest growing company in the world, and it'll soon be $1 trillion company. So there will always be a ton of demand for these products and brands already on Amazon. All we're doing is just buying low and selling high on Amazon's platform, okay? So it's a very simple concept. It's simple arbitrage, and arbitrage has been around for years, right? Since the beginning of time when you would trade gold for bread, all right? It's just arbitrage. It is very, very simple, okay? Now, with that said, it does take some steps to basically get started. I'm gonna be showing you guys the AI tool you're gonna be using to find these products to sell them on Amazon. That way you can ensure you're profitable, you're making money with the product, and just ensure that, this is a good product to sell. Okay, so I'm gonna be showing you guys how to find your first profitable product to sell. So please pay close attention because this is gonna be very important. Okay, this is how you get your first product. All right, so I'm gonna have this software linked in the description. It's called profitbuddy.ai. So if you guys wanna grab a free trial, you guys can just grab it with the link in the description. This software does all of the magic for you, okay? And this is the only software that you actually need to get started, okay? Don't go around trying to buy all these different softwares. All these gurus are gonna shove software down your throat. I'm telling you, this is the only software you need to just get started and start making some money, okay? And this is kind of what the software looks like. This is the dashboard. I'm gonna quickly explain how this software works and how we're going to use it to find a product to sell. So I'm gonna quickly put in a product or brand. Glossier is a brand that I know. And essentially, some of the key things with this software, I know this might look a little confusing when at first glance if this is your first time. So essentially what we can see here is estimated product revenue. This is a super important metric because we wanna know exactly how much revenue a product's doing every single month to make it make sense for us to look at it. If we see a product's only doing like 1,000 revenue a month, that's a product not really worth looking at, okay? Typically what I'm trying to see is a product that's doing at least 5,000 typically per month in revenue. Something like this where it's 4,700, it's pretty worth it, okay? I am just looking for at least like that 5,000 threshold for the most part. Like I said, obviously something like this, I'd probably let it slide. You know what I mean? It's 4,700. But that's what we're looking for, is something that's doing at least 5,000 product revenue every single month. And then the other thing is pretty much we're going to open this up and now we get access to these graphs, okay? I'm going to briefly explain these graphs because this is something that is important for you guys to learn. but I also don't want you guys to get too confused, okay? We have two graphs right here. We have a top graph, which is our price history, and the bottom graph, which is our offer count, okay? Both of these graphs are very important because they go hand in hand. So our top graph is price history, okay? This is literally just what the price of the product has been selling at for the past, in this example, 90 days. So we can see July 4th, it was selling for $49, and September 29th, it's selling for $34, okay? That is our price history. This is important because you want to know how consistent your product price is. If your price is always up and down, like this product is pretty up and down, you want to at least make sure that you're profitable at that lower threshold. Because if you're not, it's not going to be good. Now, the reason why I say these graphs pretty much go hand in hand is because your offer count, this is actually the other competitors on the listing. So the more competitors you have, usually the lower your price will be for selling, because more competition, there's, more products, more supply. Less competition, there's less supply, which typically means the price is going to be higher. Okay? So typically I'm trying to buy products where the offer count is kind of in that middle range, or the offer count's actually on the decline, right? So like here, the offer count was declining. That might be a good time to purchase this product because the offer count is actually going down. Now, I don't want to get too technical on these graphs. It's not something you guys need to go super in depth with. This is something that I could talk about for hours. And honestly, I don't want to bore you guys too much. I want to show you guys how to find your first product, because that's the biggest thing. Getting your foot in the door and finding your first product, that is the whole mission. Because if you can find one product, you can find 10 more. So if you guys can just find that one product and make your first sale, you guys can definitely make 10 more sales and find way better products. As a newer seller, your first product is not going to be a home run. You're probably going to make mistakes. My first product, I lost money. So just understand that it's going to take some time, but if you guys can just follow through with this, you will find a bunch of good products, okay? The biggest thing we're looking for with this software is this feature, the AI Store Spy, okay? This feature allows us to hover over these sellers. We can see, as we hover over, we can see this guy's name is WTK Goods. This guy's BG USA. So we can see all of these different sellers. These sellers are important because these are different people selling this exact product we're looking at. And this is good because if we actually click on one of these sellers, we can actually see all of the products this guy's selling. So this guy actually has 161 products in his store. And so now we can go through and copy all of this guy's top products and see basically what is making him the most money and basically just steal them. That is essentially how you guys are going to find your first product. Again, we're not just going to come and manually source a website, do all this hard work. We're essentially just going to copy what someone else has already done. Okay? Now, that, in my opinion, is the easiest way to get started, especially if you're someone getting new into this business. And so that's why this software makes it easy for us to do that. Okay? So let's open up some of these guys in here and just see. Typically, what I'm looking for is sellers with less than 30 reviews. Okay? And if you guys are a beginner into this, is your first time looking into this business, I would also suggest you guys look at sellers with less than 30 reviews, because it's going to be a little bit easier to find their products. And since they're a smaller seller and you will be a brand new seller, you'll have a higher likelihood chance of being approved to sell some of their products, okay? So that's why I would suggest focusing on those smaller guys to get started, okay? Once you have found a product that you might want to look at, this bounce curl I've seen before, so let's just check this out. We're going to open it up, and all we're going to do is just hit this Google search button, and we're going to see how much we can find this product for. So we click here. Let's switch it into USD. So this product is $19.99. So let's add it to our cart. Just like that. We don't need any shipping protection. We're going to click checkout. And now here's the key, right? We've already found it for $19.99. If we input that as our cost price, we're making money. Okay, it's not a lot of money, but we are making money. But now what we need to do is we need to even look for a cheaper price. And so the best way to do that is to grab the website name. So let's say Bounce Curl and just search coupon. And here we can see if there's any better coupons to use. Okay, let's see if we can. I don't really see any on here. Let's try this one. Welcome 15. So boom, Welcome 15 works. So now our cost is way cheaper. So if we go back and we input 17, we're making $4.50 in profit, okay? And the key here is, let's say this. Let's say we sell, this item is selling 600 times a month, right? So if you can, let's say you sell 50 units, you make $225 in profit, and then let's say you guys find 10 products just like this. You guys are gonna make $2,000 profit every single month. So the goal here is to just find a bunch of products just like this. This was the first product that we clicked on, guys. I'm not gonna say that it's gonna be that easy for you guys to find your first product. I've been doing this for over 3 years, so I'm obviously gonna be a lot better at sourcing than you guys are gonna be when you first jump into this. But I'm telling you guys, if you just stick with this, if you just commit to actually trying this, you can do this exact strategy that I just showed you and find a product just like this, okay? And you will find a product that makes you money as long as you keep doing it. I can literally make you that promise, okay? And so there we go. That's a product. Boom. Add it to the catalog. Start selling it. Start making money with that one. Now let's move on. Let's find another product. This ResMed stuff I've seen before. Let's take a look at this one. I'll just go through another example for you guys, right? This product looks good. This one doesn't actually have an estimated sales. It's unknown, but I know this product is selling. And one way to tell if a product is selling is if the offer count goes down. Okay, so if you see like how these competitors are selling out right here, that's a really good sign that there's actually a lot of demand if the offer count goes down. It might seem a little confusing for some of you guys, but essentially, if other people are selling out of stock, that means that they're selling units, right? That's all we really need to see to kind of know, hey, this is doing well. Let's see, this one is $20. Is this the same product? So this is $20, big 13 cents in profit, okay? Nothing too crazy. Let's try adding this to the cart and see if we can make this. Sometimes I might be in Canadian currency as well. I am from Canada, but sell all of my products in the US. For me, selling in the US makes a little bit more sense. But let's see here. So eShop, ResMed, coupon. These guys might not have a coupon. I did see that they have a first responder discount. So if you guys have, if you guys know anyone that's in the military or a first responder, you can also use this to get a discount. If we can even just get, 15% off, right? Obviously, this is me making an assumption, but if you do have access to that and you can get 15% off, your buy cost would be around $17, okay? Nothing too crazy, but another product that could be making you around $3 in profit. 18% ROI isn't the best. I typically shoot for around a 30% ROI, okay? 25 to 30% is typically what I'm shooting for, but that's not too bad, right? It's a start. Getting your first product, even if it's lower ROI, is okay. It's all about getting your foot in the door and getting started, okay? That is it. And the really cool thing about this software is there's an AI buddy in here. So what you guys can do is you guys could actually grab, the product ASIN, and you could paste it in here and be like, hey, is this a good product to buy at $17? And it will tell you, hey, yes, this is a good product, or hey, this isn't a good product to buy at this price because X, Y, and Z. And that's why you really, really want to use kind of the AI feature in here, because if you're someone who's brand new and you're not really sure how to, know if a product's good or bad, this software will basically help answer for you, even if you're someone who's brand new. Okay, so that is exactly how you guys find your first product to sell. Now, if you guys made it this far into the video, congratulations to you. You showed a level of commitment, which is very important, because if you want to be successful, you have to have some type of commitment. This weekend, I'm actually going to be hosting a completely free live training where I show you how to use this software a little bit more in depth, and just how to go from start to finish, but also how to scale this business with a team, and just how to, basically take this to 6 and 7 figure levels if you want to, okay? And also this will be good if you're brand new, just to give you a little bit more information. I do a Q&A at the end where you guys can ask me questions live, and basically how to get this business to grow. So if you guys want to attend that training, like I said, it's completely free. I would highly encourage you to attend. I'm going to be giving away some free gifts to help you out with the business, simply just for attending. I'll have the link in the description to sign up for that training. And then for those of you that really want to get a little bit of extra help, and you want to have me kind of hold your hand through the process of building this, and you want to get to 5-10K in profit as fast as possible, all you guys have to do is click below to apply to work with me directly, and I'm happy to help you guys scale this business. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.